Okay, so we have done our first official mission of the game, which was Badlands, and now it is time for us to move on to mission number 3. Camera Obscura. Devon on the line, Michael. Doesn't seem to have been an isolated incident. A number of banks have been robbed recently, always with the same modus operandi. The vault wall is smashed down and the money is quickly loaded onto a getaway car, which is too fast for the police to apprehend. By the way, this is me just being an impressionist. Until now, how do they smash down the wall of the bank? Explosives? No, that would be chemical residue. How about a wrecking ball? No such vehicle has ever been found at the scene. There is evidence that a truck might be involved, but it would never be able to drive away after such a crash. Guess you want us to check it out, right? I certainly think it might be worth you going to the bank and finding out what you can. Camera Obscura. Several bank robberies have been reported throughout the county. It is still unclear who is behind these robberies and how they work. Mission objective? Investigate the scene of the last bank robbery and see if the bank's security cameras can provide any clues.
Let's get to that bank, Kit.
And of course, whenever many people do think of Knight Rider, they usually choose to think of David Hasselhoff, who, apparent as it might be, is actually living here in the UK, even though I really couldn't tell you which part of the UK he's living in, but I know now that David Hasselhoff is officially more or less a UK citizen, even though I couldn't tell you if he does or doesn't have British citizenship. Okay, so attempt number 2 at this, because apparent as it might be, I suck. And I can definitely see why exactly the physics in this game are actually quite bad. I wouldn't necessarily say they're egregious, but I would definitely say they're bad. At least in terms of knowing what I both can and cannot do. With this game itself. And oddly enough, as well as that, they actually made a sequel upon this game.
Okay, we're here. Let's scan for clues.
And
Scan initiated. Scan completed. Michael, someone is remotely downloading the data stored on this device, replacing it with static in the process.
So that's why no clues were ever found. Can you trace where the signal's coming from?
Yes, I've located it. Displaying.
Let's get over there before all the data's lost.
okay, let's get a move on. And hopefully this time I can do better than I did previously. Because, well, my previous attempt overall, once I got over to the location where the microjam was, it basically went downhill from there. And I was not able to achieve the perseverance I wanted. Oh. Yeah, that is annoying. Literally the fact I'm saying that whilst I am going in there, somebody else is just literally blocking the entrance. Not very helpful at all, in my opinion.
There's not much time left.
There we go, that's more like it. And...
Scan initiated.
scanning it with about 5 seconds to spare.
Scan completed. I've traced the data transmission to the car back there. He has the information we want, Michael.
We'll deal with him later. First, these.
So, apparent as it might be, we have an SUV we need to destroy. Because apparent as it might be, he is probably gathering intel, so... let's wait and see what happens. Even though he will be doing his best to destroy us as well, because, well... I've noticed... he has a ramp on the front. Or at least what I consider to be a ramp. Just I can say he's taking in more damage than I am. But yeah, this is pretty much a... consequence of the things that are wrong with this game. And the physics, I would say, are pretty much the most obvious. And, yep, okay. He just turned me over. Although right before he does it again, I'm gonna give him some payback. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not the way I would have wanted to do this. I'm not having a very good time at doing this at the moment. Okay, no, almost there. Well, at least I can say it's almost destroyed. And I've taken in a lot of damage here. Up to this point, so... he don't fuck around. So, as far as I'm concerned, he definitely don't fuck around. In terms of what I think he's doing. Oh, I just missed him. No, I'll get him back. Oh, I missed him. Well, this is taking longer than I thought it was going to take. Oh, come on. Really? I have no idea what destroyed him. Okay. Doesn't matter. I destroyed him anyway. So, that was part 1 of Camera Obscura. Next time we will be doing part 2. Coming up next.